Good evening, everyone. This is Bernd Christian Giels coming to you once again. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, and this is yet another one of my videos here on my lovely YouTube channel. Thank you for coming to watch. Today, I am going to speak briefly about the passing of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg here in the United States and what her jurisprudence and her life meant to me specifically. As I'm sure most everyone on the planet who is well connected knows by now, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away last Friday, September 18th, at the age of 87. She had died due to circumstances related to metastatic pancreatic cancer, and she was quite a force on the Supreme Court. She was nominated and confirmed during the tenure of former President Bill Clinton in the 1990s. At the time that she was appointed to the Supreme Court in 1993, I was a very young man at the time, and I remember even then that I was very impressed and inspired by her work. One of the interesting things about her time on the Supreme Court is how late in life she actually began her time as a Supreme Court justice. Many justices are typically appointed in their 40s or 50s, and Justice Ginsburg was not appointed to the Supreme Court until she was 60 years old. And so she not only broke barriers around the issue of gender in this country, but she also made the impressive feat of being appointed to the highest court in the land at a relatively old age of 60. And she practiced as a Supreme Court justice for many, many years into her 80s. And so I want to honor her today by acknowledging the work that she did over those several decades and thank her, though she can't hear this now, thank her for the beautiful work and for her vigor and her enthusiasm, her knowledge, and her passion for the law. I personally am still feeling very devastated by her death, and it's strange given the way the year 2020 has been going, but it seems to me like the year 2020 is an era unto itself. Between the COVID-19 pandemic and Justice Ginsburg's death, the wildfires on the West Coast that have burned millions of acres of land, the reckoning and renewed protests against structural racism and the many ways it manifests in this country, and the economic fallout and collapse due to the pandemic, and the potential for an eviction crisis due to the fact that millions of Americans are suffering economically right now. It has been quite the memorable year, and in so many ways, it's been a year full of very sad memories. And so I find it very difficult to be with all of this difficulty in the world right now and to wonder what is going to happen next in our politics, in our nation, as many Americans are wondering right now. We are only 41 days away from the November 3rd election. I've been doing my part to help bring out the vote by participating in a project called Postcards to Swing States. I welcome you to learn more about the project. It's pretty late now to actually participate in the project that I was a part of, but if you want to help with voter turnout, I have included a couple of links in this episode so you can learn more about that. And so basically today I wanted to acknowledge the life of Justice Ginsburg. I've also included a few links to some of her jurisprudence, some of the amazing things that she did in the time that she was a Supreme Court justice. And finally, what I want to say also about Justice Ginsburg is the inspiration that I drew from her as a powerful woman. In my own life history, the difficulties that I experienced when I was growing up were primarily related to encountering some fairly sick and dysfunctional women in my life when I was growing up. And so as I became a man, I was not exactly probably the best candidate to be growing into someone who would become a very big proponent and champion of the empowerment of women. Now, I never felt that I was at all misogynistic. I never disrespected women, used vulgar terms, anything like that. But given my early life history, I had my own baggage around how I had been treated by females. And I think it's important to acknowledge that, because one of the issues in our culture is that there is still sexism and misogyny and homophobia, transphobia. There are many phobias and fears in our culture regarding gender identity. And thankfully for me, I had the great privilege of living in the San Francisco Bay Area when I was in my 20s, as I have noted in other videos here on my channel. And that experience of living in the Bay Area was an education unto itself. And so I'm very grateful for the people and friends that I made in the time that I lived in California. It opened my eyes to the great variety of gender and the beauty of human gender identity and sexuality and expression. So, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was one of a number of women who inspired me throughout her life. I mourn her passing, and I hope that as we move forward as a nation, we will remember her amazing life, take solace and comfort in the inspiration that she brought to us, and be inspired to continue to work towards a more just and peaceful and prosperous nation in which all Americans get their needs met. So that's all I want to say in this episode. Thank you for watching. I will be continuing to post new content as I am able to do so. So thank you for watching. Like I said at the beginning, it's Wednesday, September 23rd, 41 days till the election. If you are not registered to vote, please register and participate, as this will be a very important election. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.